A 10-hour standoff in Lower Moreland Township, Montgomery County is over. A man who refused to leave his car after a police chase is dead now. A police officer was also shot at during that confrontation, but his bulletproof vest probably saved his life.
The standoff with police began yesterday afternoon after Ebron allegedly robbed a vending machine attendant at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Police later traced Ebron to a Ben Salem apartment, and he then led police on a high-speed chase that ended in Lower Moreland. Police also tell us that Ebron was wanted in the robbery of a bank in Cheltenham back on May 20th.
The standoff began yesterday afternoon. Police say Ebron was wanted for an armed robbery in Philadelphia early yesterday, and after a high-speed chase, his car broke down here at the corner of Welsh Road and Huntington Pike. Hours of negotiations followed, with Ebron's sister and other family members being brought in. At one point in the night, police used a robot to bring a phone into Ebron to continue negotiations.
Earlier, police had tried to negotiate with him. He repeatedly refused to give up.
One thing for sure, Deborah. One thing for sure, what we know, Rodney King.
Whatever. This is the way to go about handling it. Lots of other ways and things that we can do to make things right for you, to try and turn these things around. Please help us with that. You need to wave your hand at me and step on out. We'll take care of you. We'll bring you on back. Get everything straight today. All I need for you to do is step on out for me. Just give me a wave and take that first step. I'll see you the whole time, and I'll let you know exactly what's going on. Nobody's going to hurt you. You're not going to hurt anybody. So that's something we got going together.
Throughout the afternoon and into the night, police tried to negotiate with him, keeping a close eye on him at all times. Ebron, according to police, grew more belligerent, saying that police would never catch him alive.
But all of the circumstances had to be taken into consideration.
Authorities say those circumstances dictated their actions. They had a violent man threatening harm to himself. Negotiations were breaking down. And once sunrise came, this suburban crossroads would no longer be empty, but be filled
with conceivably hundreds of people in the area, driving by, walking by.
So they say they had to go at night.
Channel 10 cameras on the scene just before 1 this morning. Police trying to bring the situation to a peaceful end. But after hours of failed negotiation, police move in on the robbery suspect, who held them at bay with a shotgun for 10 hours.
This is an aerial view of the standoff. Officers were first to set off a stun device called a flashbang near the driver's side of Ebron's brown car. Then another unarmed officer, Joseph Dalton, was to come up on the passenger side window and spray a mace-like gas at Ebron. But Ebron fired at Dalton first. 2 other officers shot back.
It starts with police setting off a flash bomb to distract Ebron. Police then rush in, spraying mace. That's when Ebron fires this shot at police. They respond by opening fire in a hail of gunshots.
Looking more like soldiers than police officers, tactical teams moved in at 1 a.m. amid billows of smoke and a hail of bullets. Just minutes after the shooting, the wounded officer was pulled to the side. His 2 bulletproof vests saved his life. Despite a shotgun blast to the chest, tonight, Abington officer Joseph Dalton is alive. He's resting at home this evening.
Tonight, the suspect is dead. Why did police move in when they did? That's the story now on the Channel 10 News.
It started with police setting off a flash bomb to distract Ebron. Police then rushed in, spraying mace, and that's when Ebron fired this shot at police. Now, we've stopped the videotape so you can see the flash. The officer who was hit was Joe Dalton, his life saved by a bulletproof vest. Then in an instant, police opened fire on Ebron in a hail of bullets. That's Ebron again in the driver's seat, apparently being hit several times.
Day turned to evening and evening turned to night. And then suddenly at 1 a.m., the waiting ended. Those were gunshots you heard. Police had moved in with a diversionary explosion next to Ebron's car, but Ebron wasn't diverted. He shot a policeman wearing a bulletproof vest, and that's when 2 other officers opened fire.
Continues at this officer Joe Dalton with a sawed-off shotgun. Now he's okay. He was wearing 2 bulletproof vests. Fellow officers then opened fire on Ebron, killing him.